Morning, this is Brian. Today is Monday, April 26, 2021. I'm here in Powder Canyon again. This is one of my go-to more local spots. So I'm hiking up this use trail. Luckily, this use trail wasn't cordoned off. Beautiful patch of coastal sage scrub up here. Kind of want to get away from the crowds. Luckily, this one isn't cordoned off. Still quite a stand left here. Got black sage, Salvia mellifera, California sagebrush, Artemisia californica. Seen some species of everlasting. I'm climbing up this ridge here. Here's some carrot family plant. Looks like Conia maculatum. I think that's poison hemlock, which is not native here. Then we got another plant found in coastal sage scrub and chaparral. Hollow-leaf redberry, Rhamnus ilicifolia. I'm just taking this trail, get away from the crowds, enjoy a little coastal sage scrub action. So this portion here seems to focus more on black sage. It seems like in this area, individual parcels of this area seem to have more of one species of sage than the others. We also got, of course, Salvia californica, California brittle bush, or California Salvia. But for sages, we have at least three types. Salvia mellifera, of course, and they're in bloom right now since we're in late April. It's a nice old black sage. It's been around for years. Then we got Salvia apiana, which is the white sage. Seems to favor other spots for some reason. And in other spots, seems to be what purple sage, Salvia leucophila, tends to prefer. It's kind of neat. Occasionally you see them together, but for some reason you tend to see them separately. I don't know why. Of course, now we're out of the coastal sage scrub. Now we're in the Brassica nigra. Right here, the black mustard. It's one of the most invasive plants I've ever come across. However, its composition's changing again. Now we got Palmer's golden bush. This is Ericameria palmeri variety Pachylepis. It's all grassland golden bush. You tend to find it in a lot of disturbed areas, meadows, grasslands, and in coastal sage scrub. It looks a lot like our California sagebrush, Artemisia californica. And it's related. It's in the sunflower family. Yeah, late summer and fall, they get these nice little yellow flowers that are really pleasant to look at. And the plant has a resinous aroma when you rub the leaves. It kind of smells nice, actually. A lot of Ericamerias and other types of golden bushes have essential oils that are very aromatic. So here we are. Now this is California sagebrush. You can see they're very similarly colored. Ooh, and an Audubon's cottontail. It's a small Audubon's cottontail that just hopped off into the brush probably before I could capture it on video. Now, see, this is where we have a little mixture of the sages. Like I said, they seem to segregate themselves for some reason here. Of course, we got our black sage here, but over yonder off the trail, starting to get some purple sage mixing back in. So, since we're going into the dry season now, the plants are going to start drying up and going into their summer rest periods. Now here we are with a fire road. I got a tight little taste of the coastal sage scrub. I haven't really been hiking a lot lately. Today's a Monday. I'm off Sunday, Monday. Usually I do my hiking on Sundays, but figured at least get a little something in today. Get a little fresh air. Kind of needed. You can see over there they're replanting sage scrub habitat over there too. Some of my other videos I pointed out some of the areas they're reclaiming, clearing out the mustards and planting in our natives. So they're taking up significant portions of the disturbed sites and they're replanting them. And they're really doing great. Really doing a great job of it. Gotta admit. Something rustling around in there. I don't know if I can find what it is. This place is where I usually get the most wildlife sightings. For some reason, here, Powder Canyon, is where I usually get a lot of wildlife. That'd be kind of cool to see something. So I'm coming up across. Ooh, might have been a skunk. Smell skunk. Here we are again in another mustard field. A lot of mustard family plants over here. Mostly black mustard, of course. During the middle of the day, the hum of bees is going to be insane. And of course we got milk thistle. I think it's Schabarum marianum, I think is the name of it, or something like that. It's another introduced plant. I know the plant has some heavy Christian religious connotations. I've seen a trail that goes up that hill there. I'm thinking about connecting with that. I think I'm going to connect with it. Maybe, if it makes it all the way over there. Ooh, here comes a coyote melon or gourd. This is a Whittier-Puente. It has a humongous root system huge storage root, and then every spring new stems come out, and you get these huge orange flowers, which turn into these tennis ball sized gourds. To my knowledge, they're not edible, but pretty neat to look at, because the plant's stems die back in the fall, and you'll see a bunch of dead stems on the ground, and you'll see a bunch of tennis ball looking gourds. Ooh, now we're entering a nice spot. A lot of hollyleaf redberry around here. Rhamnus salicifolia, more California sagebrush, of course Southern California walnut, Juglans californica, and even California wishbone bush, or California 4 o'clock. It's up here. And of course, coastal sage scrub and chaparral, perennial favorite. Heteromeles arbutifolia, the toy on. Oh, they're entering a really nice stretch here. It's nice to be out of the mustards. This is the coastal sage scrub habitat right here. Kind of needed a little nature fix today. Boy, am I getting it. Nice little spot here. Of course, we got Opuntia littoralis, coast prickly pear. Got a use trail going that way. Got one going up here. Lemonade sumac, Rus integrifolia. I'm going to go ahead and climb to the top of this real quick and see. It's very luscious Rhamnus salicifolia. Very luscious hollyleaf redberry right here. You see the marine sedimentary soil, very common here in the Whittier-Puente hills. That's what part of our canyon is a part of. Whittier-Puente, and then to the east, the Chino Hills. It's a small transverse range. I do shoot a fair amount of video here. I love coming here. There's a lot of disturbed habitat here, but still a lot of native habitat. Getting near the top of this hill. I think I've been on this one before. Yeah, this is, came up a different way though. This is peak 1112, or peak 1112. I added this to peakery.com last February when I came up here. I don't know, I was just hiking around, messing around in the bottom of the canyon. Then I saw this hill here. I was like, you know what? Let me go try to climb it. So I did. And found out the elevation was 1,112 feet. So this is peak 1112, or peak 1112. I was wondering if I was going to end up on here. I was really thinking about it as I was going up the hill. See, last time came from that way, from the main trail at the bottom of the canyon. This time I came up a use trail use trail that kind of came up from the main road. And my car is parked over there somewhere. So, nice. I even climbed a little peak today. But ever since I came, after the last time I came here, somebody built a duck up here. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. Of course, that right there is the high point of Powder Canyon. That's peak 1416, or I call it Powder Canyon High Point, and that's listed. That one's listed on the topo maps, and this one's listed on the topo maps. If you look at the topo maps, you'll see 1416, which is that one, and 1112, which is this one. And seeing that, I added it to this to Peakery. I added that to Peakery years ago. So this turned out to be a little bit of a little nature walk and a little hike, a little peak climb. And over about there is peak 1040, or point 1040 that I saw on the maps. So I guess you can actually do some little peak bagging adventures if you're so inclined over here. One thing I like about coming here, there's an old use trail that follows up to the ridge there. I don't know if that one's accessible anymore. The last time I did it was back in 2014. You can see there's a little use trail that goes up there. I used to go up there periodically, like around 2013, 2014. I started climbing up there. I remember it's near the higher part of the crest there. There are some really large toyon bushes over there. I mean, really, really, really large toyons. Incredibly big toyons. The only thing is, parts of that use trail are very overgrown, especially with poison oak. So going over there, you're doing it at your own risk and discretion. But yeah, I mean, there are a couple of humongous toyons up there. Some of the largest ones I've ever seen. And it's quite incredible, actually, how big they are. One of them, you can actually sit underneath it in the shade of it. It's really beautiful over there, I'll tell you. Well, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back down this way. Maybe join the main trail bottom and start heading down that way. I wonder if that use trail is followable. I'm tempted. It might be cordoned off, I don't know. If it's cordoned off by the Habitat Authority, then obviously I'm not going to do it. But I'm tempted to check it out again. Well, I'll see you on my next video. Thanks for watching.